but I'm not sure if I could execute it again. So we are going to see. I haven't been color correcting after I put my primer on because I found a great new foundation. That Maybelline Super Stay 30 Hour. T. T, 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 T. I do have to mix two foundations right now because my skin is in between colors, which is crazy. But you know, yeah, I'm gonna have to lift this scarf up just a little bit more so I can get that was this. This has become a new staple in my routine. Lift my scarf up just a little bit more. There we go, so I can make sure I hit those edges, honey. And I'm gonna set my brows before I go in and fill them. I'm gonna do just a little translucent powder on my brows. I'm not even gonna go in the big container. I'm gonna do the little one. I like to know that when I do this, it does make a big difference on how long my brows last. Because sometimes I will wipe the entire makeup look off and just keep my brows. And if you know me, you know. Brows are really my personality. Alright, now we're going to go in with the Ruby Kisses eyebrow pencil in dark brown. Another must-have in my routine. I just cleaned these brushes so it's got a little lint in them. My eyebrows is the most serious part of this routine for me. How can I tell if my makeup is gonna come out good? If my eyebrows cooperate. And when my eyebrows cooperate, the rest of the look is sure to be fire. I can clean that up with some concealer or with my brush after I finish. Before that sets. that part with concealer too. I have to bring my mirror up. And this is how I know we're gonna have a great makeup day. Now, I don't put concealer on my brows because I actually have a concealer. I don't bring the concealer down on my eyelids because I actually have an eyeshadow primer that I use. This is my go-to. And I use a flat brush. Go around the sides of it. Like so, like that. And I just put it like this. Now I'm gonna blend this in with my finger because to me it just sits better when I blend it in like this. I have more control over it. I put it on with the brush, but I blend it like that. And it does, it just sits completely better. Okay. I'll take a little bit more and do the other side. Make sure you put it everywhere you want to apply eyeshadow. And I also use this over concealer because I just feel like it makes my eyeshadow pop more pigmented, especially the eyeshadow that I'm going to use today. The palette I'm going to use is Juvia's Place and the Crayon case. So another thing that I noticed when going into the Juvia's Place, first, the Nubian 2 collection. And we're gonna go with this color first, Morocco. And I'm just gonna build this color up. It's gonna be my outer layer color. Just blend those edges. I think my eyes are the perfect eyes to do sunset on. First time I did this look last summer, I absolutely loved it. I'm gonna blend those edges. And then now I'm gonna use the box of crayons palette because it has two colors in here that I absolutely love, which is that red and that yellow. And for this one, I'm gonna use the fluffy brush that will help me get better control. So I added a little red to make that orange kind of pop. I'm just blending that in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the yellow to my eyelid. I think I'm gonna bring a little orangey red into the corners of my eyes and do like a yellowish inner corner. So back to Juvia's Place with that Morocco. It really, you have to use a lot to make it like pop. And maybe I should have used a flat brush, but I like the outcome I have with the fluffy brush. I like the control better. Then I'm gonna go in with the yellow. I'm trying to find the brush that I use for the yellow. That's alright, I got plenty of fluffy brushes. Love that for me. I'm gonna take the yellow here with the flat brush. That way I have better control of placement. We're just going to hack that in there because there we go. We want it to be vibrant. And then we're gonna blend it out with the other side. What's the rule of thumb of makeup? Or probably anything in life in general. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Amen. You want to pack it in there. Because when you start blending, you may lose some. I like to blend the outer edges of the yellow with a little bit of red. Bring that dimension back. Just a little red. I like my yellows to be more inner corner than I do out. I think that's perfect. I think that's perfect. All right. Now, I'm gonna have to reapply our primer, but after we control the fallout of the eyeshadow. I saw it feel on my nose, some yellow. Some little yellow specks. Little of the Skin Glow Serum Blush in the color Beaming. This can get a little bit. I like to add just a little bit. I'm slowly becoming a blush girl. Very slowly. Because it can be a little bit overpowering. I did those 3 dots. Now watch how dramatic this stuff is about to be. Okay, so 3 dots might be, it might be my go-to. That doesn't even matter because my concealer is gonna cut that. I don't contour. Probably should start. The only thing I contour is my nose. That's it. Alright. Going with my concealer, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop from NYX. This is the color Cappuccino. And I learned something the other day. Instead of putting it directly up under the eye, you bring it down some and blend it up in. Game changer. I learned a tip from Christina. Game changer. Fresher. I'm gonna go in with my high def brush E109 from Miss A Studios. And I'm using the Lock in Your Makeup Setting Spray, also from Miss A. Y'all know that's my favorite store. Especially since I'm back in Texas and I can just go in the mall to the store and get it. It's my fave. And I like to do my setting spray on my brush versus on my face. I don't know. I've seen my makeup be less patchy doing it that way. Even though after this I'm going to lock in my setting spray. I'm looking for something, y'all. I'm looking for something. I just couldn't figure it out. There you go. I use this brush to go a little bit further under my eyes because that big brush, it scares the living daylights out of me. Putting that big brush that close to my eyeballs is crazy. It's crazy work. I don't see how girls do it. And also with this brush, I get, once again, a little bit more control with my movements. In a minute, I'm gonna take a little bit of this dark warm concealer and just go down the side of my nose. The contouring of the nose is the only thing I contour. Again, I haven't made it to the jaws and things like that. I don't know why, but I haven't made it that far. I'm gonna take this brush, this kind of angled brush, and just bring it down. And blend it out. This is the same concealer that I used. Crazy. That's crazy work. That is crazy work. It looked like my nose was pinched right here. That's the only thing I conceal. I contour, I mean. That's the only thing I contour. That's it. I promise. Scout's honor. I should have took that nose piercing out. So, that's crazy work. That's crazy. If y'all didn't just see me do that on camera, you'd have swore I was a magician or something. I'm just saying. Clock it. There is a brush I use to put my foundation on, but I don't see it. So we're gonna go on with this brush. This brush is scaring me. I don't see my brush. That's crazy. Let's use this one. I like to do the dotting. Now we're gonna take the big brush and blend that out. That shade match is crazy. What I like about this foundation is that it's buildable. So if I feel like I need to go in with a little bit more, I can do that. Okay, now we're gonna set in this look with a little translucent powder. I like to use a little bit. The under eye is crazy. I've seen the girls doing this, and that really has been blowing my mind lately. Powder puff. The extra a little bit too. And normally I would say do everywhere you have put concealer. I don't let mine sit for a long time. Light sweeping motions. That's crazy. And we're gonna go back in on our eyeshadow with the a little bit of translucent powder. I like to rotate my powder puffs for different areas. See, crazy. This pressed powder, the 360, which is mocha, and I'm just gonna go over. Well, I guess I do contour. Just go over that area that I did with that translucent powder down here. brushes are disappearing. And maybe just for me, but this is how I don't get that crazy flashback. Whenever I get ready to take a picture. It might just be me. I don't know. But I changed the lighting so you guys can see. Like, play about that flashback stuff. Now since we're not doing it. Bring some color back into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it. I'm gonna do my lip off camera. But my lashes and my lip off camera. I use the Crayon case crawfish for my lip and just a brown pencil. But here's how the look came out. If you guys like this look, please remember to comment, subscribe, like, share. And let me know what your favorite part of this look was.